shake it, baby. Oh yeah, shake it, shake it, shake it.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy MMA Guy, and today's news. New footage has been leaked of Tom Aspinall visiting an eye specialist, and the UFC is firing inactive players.
Follow the light all the way down.
I'm trying, I know it's slow. Yeah, that's...
Definitely.
It's still 1, but if you moved it a centimetre that way, now it's 2.
Yeah, so it's extreme gaze tonight. Yeah, it's very obvious. So when he's looking up and in, the left eye is going up and in extremely well.
Yeah.
The right eye is kind of stopping. You see how the right eye is just not as high up as the left, and it's not as turning to the left as the left eye is. And that's a restriction. So the eye wants to go and he wants to track it, but the more I do this, the more he's going to start aching in that upper inner aspect. And what he's going to do is, if he's in a fight situation, he's not going to be dealing with it. He doesn't want the ache in the eye, and he also doesn't want to have double. So what he's going to do is tilt his head.
So how long till I can train properly, spar?
It's a long road ahead, but the prognosis is guarded at the moment. I would recommend that you wouldn't fight until your double vision's resolved.
Tom Aspinall goes off on his critics after his eye injury.
It's been a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest with you, because I know there's a lot of haters out there. Of course, this is professional sport at the highest level. We have haters. But when the eye poke happened, obviously, eye pokes happen all the time in MMA, unfortunately. And got the eye poke. Obviously, everything went on from there. Went to the hospital, returned home. Didn't even check my phone or nothing for a while. And then I realized oh shit, people genuinely think that I faked this. People actually think that I was faking it. And then I was like, did people actually see the replay of what happened? Because that was a full on eye poke. So then I was like, what is going on? Why are people thinking I'm faking this, after everything that I've been through to get there? So then I left it quite a while. I thought, right, I'm going to get all the doctor's notes included. I've been through it for loads and loads of tests for weeks. I've literally been in the hospital 2 or 3 times a week getting different tests. Then I come up with a doctor's report, and then people are like, oh, he's fucking crying about it. He's doing a media tour on it. He's milking it. And I'm like, bro, if you don't believe the eye poke and you don't believe the doctor's reports, what are we doing? What's going on here? I didn't make this shit up.
Belal Muhammad suggests Garry intentionally eye poked him for an advantage in their fight.
What do we see in the fight? Obviously, we didn't see much. We got poked in the eye 3 times. What are you going to do, right? I said Ian was very smart at figuring out ways to win fights and understand how to win, and he understood poking in the eye was going to win the fight, especially when you do it early, especially when you don't get points taken away from you. The rules need to be changed. There needs to be repercussions. Otherwise, guys are going to keep doing it.
Sean O'Malley reacts to Ilia Topuria's divorce rumors and says he feels bad for him.
The Ilia stuff, you guys see that? Going through the divorce, wife supposedly trying to take 50%. God, dude. I feel so, that sucks. And it's all public, which makes it even just fucking worse.
I've seen a lot of shit on
that. I've been through some shit. I didn't have to do, it wasn't on the public, got to the other side, everything's good, but when you're going through that type of shit, you definitely don't want to be in fight camp.
Is that why he pulled out, or just...
That's why he didn't book a fight. He said he's going through his personal... It's all public, and I guess he was supposedly messaging girls, which is you can't say how's on.
I know, right?
Dude, no. You can't be nice to the other species when you're married. I just don't understand. Yeah, no, that sucks. So I do genuinely feel bad for him, and yeah, I mean, all that shit. Oh, he's got 2 kids. It's when you add kids to the mix, that's what makes it. That's really what makes it just so hard to deal with.
Sean O'Malley reacted to his placement on the UFC 324 card.
Sean O'Malley. What is that card? 320. UFC 324. I was so disappointed in the announcement. Dana announced it. Dana, the #1 fight promoter in the world, absolutely brings the energy. When he goes live on Insta or YouTube, he brings the energy. Paddy versus Justin Gaethje announced at halftime. Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. I'm not even the co-main, dude. I am falling off hard. This is, god damn it. This is.
I seen that.
This was me. This is me. What's next? Prelims? Fuck.
Early.
Jesus, early prelims. God damn it. It's not going good.
You're
fighting
in Great Falls again.
I'm about to be fighting at ICF in Great Falls. The stock of the Sugar Show is down bad right now.
Moving on, we have predictions for the Paddy versus Gaethje fight.
There for the interim belt. Who do you think wins that fight?
Paddy. Only because Justin doesn't want another interim belt. That fucker, I mean, like, it's just it. You could tell, like, as soon as, like, when we were fighting, like, I prepared for a different guy. Like, I'd be real. And it was like, I wanted to go in there and, like, just, that's not about me. Anyways, we'll talk about Gaethje and Paddy. Paddy's not bad, dude. Paddy's not bad. He's very beatable, and Gaethje's very beatable as well. But when it goes into the passion and how upsetting Justin Gaethje has always been about not getting that real title shot, and they just keep dangling it right there again. I mean, shit. Paddy's in for a new treat, right? Paddy's the one that's never fought for a belt. He's going in there. He's going to be trying to, get that stuff. He's going to feel a little bit more fresher. He's going to have that little bit of excitedness, in my opinion. So if I was going to the book and I was going to try to place the bet, I mean, shit, I would go with the new kid that's going in there and that's going in there for the new opportunity rather than the old kid that fought for the belt, disrespected it, threw it on the fucking ground, didn't give a shit for it.
Matt Brown reacts to Paddy Pimblett getting UFC interim title shot.
They're not even they're just basically saying Paddy's more popular. You're getting it over Armin.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, right? And that's, I mean, God, I hate I kind of get into this too much, but I mean, that's really that's the definition of a monopoly where a single promoter owns the title and the rankings. And it's not a good thing for the sport, in my opinion. And I have to question what it's going to do for the longevity of the sport. I don't think in the short term it's really going to make a big difference, right? It's going to sell the next fight, right? It's going to sell the next pay-per-view. But trends tend to come and go, right? Fads tend to come and go. At some point, to have staying power and lasting power, I think it requires a meritocracy-based system. It's going to require, some, if you want to bring in guys like Armin Sarukian or Movsar Evloev, I always mess up how I say his name. You want to bring in these Olympic wrestling level guys. I mean, they don't want to have to go out there and put on some ridiculous show to become a champion. They don't want to have to go on Instagram and start a podcast and make whatever kind of skits on social media and this silly kind of stuff. They just want to be a world champion because they want to be the best athlete.
Joshua Van says he doesn't have a game plan going into his title fight against Alexander Pantoja.
When you game plan for this fight, when you're thinking about it, envisioning it, what are you feeling? How do you see it playing out on Saturday?
I don't have any game plan, to be honest. It's wherever the fight go, because you can make game plans and things like that, but come fight day, it can be a whole different games, you know what I mean? So whatever he bring, I'll be ready. So if you want to strike, we strike. If you want to go to the ground, I'm ready for that one too.
Oleksandr Usyk announced he wants to fight Deontay Wilder next in 2026.
I think next year I won't fight with Deontay Wilder. For me, I think it's a world champion guy. This is very famous guy. This is strong guy. One of his great heavyweight last 10 years. Special information. Speak with my team. I say, this is first задание.
First option.
Yeah, first.
Dricus du Plessis on potential fight with Brendan Allen.
Are you paying any attention to Allen at all?
I mean, listen, you win 2 fights in a row, then come calling out former champions. I would love to smash his face in. I would absolutely love it. He's such an idiot. I would love it. But yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I only pick the best guy.
Yeah.
I always want to fight the best next guy. For me, where I'm at, I don't want a hype fight. I want the fight that's going to get me to the title the quickest. That's what I want. And if that's what the UFC wants, sure.
Lerone Murphy fires back at Diego Lopes, telling the featherweights to get to work.
What did you make of the tweets from Diego once the news came out? There were a couple here. Here's one: take the risks, accept the fights they're offering you, do a good job and presentation. This is translation, so it probably means promotion there. And then we'll talk mustache season is coming. See you in Australia. And then I do believe there was another one saying, my face when I saw everyone crying, sitting around. He won't give you a title fight. Get to work and stop whining on social media. Do you think that was directed at you?
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care either. I'm not crying. And you can't tell me to get to work. I've got 9 fights in a row, won. So no one can tell me to get to work. I fought whoever the UFC has given me. I've not ducked fights. I've said yes. And in my opinion, I've done the UFC a favour, taking the Pico fight on 3 weeks' notice. A dangerous guy. I believe he's top 5 in the division for sure. I feel like he's one of the best there. And I went out and knocked him out.
Lerone Murphy shares his honest thoughts after not getting the title shot.
Yeah, do you know what? When I first found out, do you know what? I fell out of love with it for a bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I got into MMA because over boxing, because I thought there's no politics here. I thought it's just simply do the work, the best fight the best, and that's the way it goes. But that's what hurt me the most a bit. But it's like at the end of it, and then I kind of fought it over, and it's like, get over it. It is what it is. It's business. Just keep fighting, keep doing what you're doing, keep winning, and we'll get there eventually. And I think it's inevitable that it's going to happen. And I know I'm going to be champion. And my road's never been easy from the get-go. From being a kid, my road's never been easy. And
Mohammed Mokaev was ready to step in at UFC Qatar if anyone from Bantamweight or Flyweight missed weight.
100% I could make Bantamweight, and then maybe catchweight, the Flyweight I could make. Catchweight is good for like 1 day notice or something like this. Bantamweight, there's a Topuria versus Kazakh guy. I was ready to step in. I just fought 2 weeks ago. You see, Shamil Gaziev opponent, 48 hours notice. That's when you serve the organization. That's when you build the respect.
Ariel Helwani fires back on Kamaru Usman,
where it appears as though one of the all-time best fighters, former UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman, is talking about me, but he's not referencing my name. He's not saying my name, but it's very clear that he's talking about me. Anyway, I wanted to play the video, give them a little bit of attention and the rub, because I know that that's really what they wanted deep down inside, and react to it. So here it is.
A person that will not be named in the show, but I guarantee you they could probably smell us from here.
Damn.
Well, let's just talk about
You got
this.
a big nose, Kamaru.
They could smell us from here. But Henry, listen, why would we, as professional fighters, why would we go on these shows anymore with people who don't have G14 classification?
Like, if you're not great, I don't want you speaking on my greatness. Don't start talking about he's not this and that, like, because now it's unauthentic. I have G14 classification said, unless he's averaging 28-15, I don't see him as a dominant big man. I can say that.
Why would I be sitting there talking to you? Because you're just a glorified fan. The real journalists that have a conversation with us, Henry, before fights, and then they write about it, that's different. Not these people who are media personalities basically give their opinion. You talk about me to stay relevant. I don't talk about you. I don't care about you.
You've been in the headlines, and it's a matter of respect too, Kamaru. I would take it as like, all right, man, I'm the big dog. I'm the sheriff.
Okay, and he followed that up, that video with a tweet, again, talking about me when he's saying that he doesn't want to talk about me on Thanksgiving, no less. They were never qualified. That's why they're no longer invited to the events. And so this is the same old playbook. This is the same old playbook, especially from the ones who have no creativity, who aren't able to think on their own with any kind of good trash talk, and especially from the Ali crew. It's always two things. It's always big nose, and it's always he can't get invited to the events. When they don't, they've been in the fight game long enough, they would know that you don't get invited to these events as a media member. You apply for a credential, and then they say yes or no. But that's a semantic. Obviously, we understand they're trying to hit me below the belt, even though I've tried to explain and prove time and again that I haven't applied for a credential since March 2020. Izzy, Romero, pandemic hit. I was supposed to go to the Leon Nate Diaz fight, my last show at ESPN. Then I decided to leave, and on it goes. But they always go to those same two things because they feel like that's the best way to hit me. And then there he is, you know, sitting there saying, I don't care about you. I don't care about your thoughts. Why should I care about your thoughts? But he's doing a video. He's clipping it off. He won't say my name, but he's going to tweet about it. He'll make some remark. Clearly, I have struck a nerve. And what is the nerve that I struck? I had the audacity to say that someone who hasn't won a fight, hasn't won more than 2 fights since 2021. He's 1-3 since 2021. He won 1 fight in June, and then his last win prior to that was a win in 2021.
Recently on social media, a big UFC change has been spreading. According to reports, UFC's official partner Hunter Campbell revealed that from now on, inactive UFC fighters will be released from the roster. Basically, the idea is that if a fighter is not competing for a long time or is not showing any activity, the UFC doesn't want to keep them signed for no reason. The company wants a more active roster, more fights, and less dead weight. But for now, there's no official footage or confirmed statement from Hunter Campbell himself on this.